Hello everybody, how are you all doing today? I hope your weeks are going well so far. Welcome to my channel, or welcome back as the case may be. My name is Mandy, this is Kirianna Budgets, and in this video I have a few things to go through. I will get to the mini budget a little bit later on, but I would like to start off by showing you a couple of things to do with my Etsy shop. The first one, oops, I think I've just nudged the camera there, is this month ahead bundle. It's already up on my Etsy shop. You get the dashboard with it, and month 1, 2, 3, you can put your categories in, of which there are 12, what your goal is, and colour in the hearts for each month that you can complete, basically. The reason I'm showing you this one is because when I made this one, something got stuck under the laminate on the gas and electric tracker. And the printer had a funny 5 minutes towards the end of the printing process, and a couple of the blue ones, the dashboard, and I think this one, I don't know if you can see it, you've got some faint lines through the blue there. So I don't really want to put this up, obviously, because it's an oopsie, and I don't want to put it into an oopsie bundle, because it's particularly the smaller ones, £5, they're going to get the whole set as an oopsie bundle and possibly not a whole lot else. And I like to include quite a variety in those to try and ensure, I hope, that everybody who buys some will find at least a few trackers and games in there that they will want to like fill in or play or whatever. And if I put this in, there's not going to be much else. So if they've already completed their month ahead or they have different priorities, they won't get any use out of it. So I'm going to put this up on my Etsy shop probably at £4 or £5 or something. I think they're £12 full price. But if any of you are interested in that, keep an eye out next week, or DM me on Instagram. I'm Kirianna Budgets on Instagram as well, and I think that I have the link in the bio of my YouTube. And let me know that you're interested, and you can have those because they're still perfectly usable. There's nothing really else wrong with them apart from those couple of little things. So you can still get plenty of use out of them, but let me know. And we'll see what we can do about that. If not, I'll just, like I said, put it up on my Etsy shop at a low price. The other thing is I've been working on a new product to put on my Etsy shop, which I'm hoping will be up by Friday, the 1st of May. This is the same challenge, but I could not decide which design I preferred, so I'm just going to offer variations of it. Now, these two are both drafts. I always make drafts of my products to make sure that it's gone from my head to the computer and into a physical product like quite seamlessly, and what's in my head is how I envisioned it here, and it sort of is. It's basically what I wanted. They do take a while though, because I write all my clues out myself and the story and everything, and to make all the clues and that work can sometimes take a little while. Now, I have tried these and I've got my husband to go through it as well to make sure that the puzzle is solvable. And it is, but with these drafts, this is another reason I make the draft, is because it doesn't matter how much I look at it on the computer, I will invariably make a spelling mistake or a grammatical error or something. So I make them off and I read them and make sure. I still miss some, I'm pretty sure that I do. But on this one, for instance, I've repeated a picture twice. And I think on another one of the clues, I've got a little note there that I might want to make it a little bit clearer, but they're still usable and solvable and that. If you like logic puzzles, you can save a certain amount if you're right and save a certain amount if you're not. And on the back here, you've got the 4 keys, because these are the locations of the keys that you're trying to find. You write down your guesses here, and then you scratch it off to see if you're right or wrong. This one will be replaced with a pink sticker. I have them coming in. My daughter unpacked my I bought from Budgeting Blanks, Budget with Ira's new store. I bought some of the scratch offs and she was quite disappointed that I did not have pink ones, so older pink ones. And I thought that green, blue, purple and pink could be the colours of the keys, because then the scratch offs can be colour coordinated. So that will be replaced with a pink one, which will make it a bit easier to work out what colour these keys are, because the green and blue in particular are quite similar. I might want to make those a bit brighter. But anyway, they are there. DM me on Instagram again if you fancy one of these. Let me know which design it is that you prefer, and I will see about sending that to you so that they do at least get some use from somebody. And if you would prefer one of the finished ones without the spelling mistakes and that, and well, just if you want one of the ones without the spelling mistakes, 'cause I think that's all that's the matter with it. They'll be hopefully up on my store on Friday, and I will be doing a flash sale for the 1st of May, just probably 20% off store-wide or something. I'm not 100% sure yet. I have not gone through it completely. And get yourself a bargain that way if you prefer to, if you want more than that. Right, okay, so on to the next thing now that I've been through those. It was a proud mummy moment for me this week. This is still to do with budgeting, I do promise. My son, who is 20, he's at college. Last Christmas I bought him one of those starter sets, also budget with Ira. I like quite a lot of the stuff that he does, but I bought the lad one of trying to avoid saying his name there. It's so hard sometimes. But I got him one of the starter bundles, and I bought him a bright green binder because his favourite colour is green. The brighter, the better. But he wasn't really that interested in it. But he did come to me earlier this month and say, right, Mum, I do kind of want to get a handle on my money, because he's like me, he impulse spends quite a lot. I don't know if I've mentioned before about my lad. He is autistic and ADHD. He has what's known as an educational health and care plan. He finds some things quite difficult. So for me, I was so proud of him to come to me and take that initiative and go like, Mum, I want to make sure that I'm handling my money better, so that in the future sort of thing, I don't have to think about it so much, and that I'm not always broke by the end of the 4-week period when he gets his personal independence payments. And it also makes me a little bit proud of myself, because I've struggled with money for so long. I've always been impulsive. I've never really tracked it until I started cash stuffing in that. And I never really wanted it for my children, that they would get to a certain stage in life and find, like I did, that we were not really achieving our goals because I was so bad with money, sort of thing. I could never afford to do what I wanted. And it wasn't because we didn't have the money. It's because I was spending it on stuff and not even realising I was doing it a lot of the time. So I wanted to show you my boy's binder that we put together. We sat down, and he's been through some of the things he wants to save for, and we put this together for him. So this dashboard came with the starter set. This penny challenge is mine. Whether he'll use it, I don't know, because he doesn't really do cash. He's very much a digital spender. I tend to do a hybrid. I use card and cash. I do use cash for my savings challenges. Everything else is basically card. But it's got this scratch off that he's planning on doing. So when he gets his PIP, the plan is that he will scratch off one of these and just put that into this envelope here, no questions asked, and that will save up towards Christmas or birthdays or whatever, so that he's not left without any money when special occasions roll around, basically. These wallets and inserts came with the starter bundle as well, as did this emergency savings challenge. So this is to pop up in case, well, for emergencies to pop up, for instance, if he has had a thoughtless moment and spent money and it's due out on for a bill or something, because he pays for a couple of gaming subscriptions, and he has a cat and a snake. So if he ever needs food for them and he's caught himself up short and spent something, not thought about it, he'll have something to dip into where he won't have to try and borrow it or find it from elsewhere. His PC is my old PC, because I actually built my own PC last year, but and gave him my old one, but it is old. It's the why I got a new one. But he wants a new PC, so he's got this challenge, because he can only do small amounts at a time. He can put even a fiver on there, colour the mice off as he goes. When he's filled this side in, the idea is he then wipes it off and colours in one of the computers, goes back, does it again, colours in a computer, and his small amounts will build up into bigger amounts, so that I can help him build his own PC. So there is that one. And then he's just had his first driving lesson as well. He's really coming along well, bless his heart. But he wants to save for car insurance for when he passes. Obviously, his next birthday, which isn't till next year, he'll be 21. So hopefully he'll have enough money from us and family and whatever else he may have saved to actually buy a car, or on to the next one, a motorbike. He's very much into the racing, is my lad. He's more like me than I care to admit sometimes. I really do. But we're both we love the Formula One. I have been watching it since I was little. And my boy, he's followed in my footsteps. He watches it with me, but he also likes the motorbike racing. And he would quite like his own motorbike. The idea of this one is, again, the same as the PC. Do one side, cross them all off and colour in your motorbike at the back, so that he can start saving towards that in a few years, or when he passes, instead of getting a car, a motorbike. I've got to admit, I would rather he went for a different mode of transportation. I'd feel much better if he was in a car than a motorbike, but we don't know how long it's going to take him to actually pass his test, sort of thing. So there is that. And then he has 2 pets. He has a snake and a cat. We made it very clear to him when he got these animals that he would be responsible for feeding them, keeping them clean, looking after them, and any vet bills that may arise. So he wants to put his little danger noodle, he calls his snake. she's a bit bigger than a noodle now. I think she's about 3 foot long and still growing. She's still got a ways to go. But he wants to start putting some money aside in case they ever need the vet. He does pay for insurance for his cat, but he wants to make sure he's got the excess. And I, as of yet, not found insurance for a snake. So he might need quite a lot of money in that binder if anything was to happen to her and she needs some care. So he's got those. He's going to put a certain amount a month away for that as well. And then there's this challenge that came with it. It's one of those roll and saves. He already had one that he's been doing. He's done relatively well on it. He's got 100, I think, in there, or 105. I'm not going to try and open it because he's done the whole take the zipper off the end thing. So I have to try and peel it apart to get in there, and I'm worried I break. If he breaks it, that's up to him, but not me. I'm not going to be the one that does it for him. But he's got this one as well in a nice green. So we have discussed whether he wants to transfer from that to this one. The green was not available when I bought him this one. But it does have that in here. See if you might transfer it over and just do this one and save up 200 that way, because you can reuse them, can't you? So, but yeah, so he has his own binder. I don't know if it will ever make an appearance again, but I will be sitting with him each month and helping him with his budget. The set also came with those the debt tracker things. It came, oh wait, in the back here. So these slips, so you take them down, the cash total slips, which I'm more likely to use than he is, because like I said, he doesn't really use cash. And it came with one of these paycheck bill tracker things as well, which we did sit down and fill in this month, so we knew where all his money was going and he could see it all written down and that, make it a bit more real for him. But yeah, I mean, how good is that he's doing that? I'm so proud of him. Happy mummy moment. And hopefully my daughter, when she's a bit older, will follow along and pay attention to this part of our financial journey, sort of thing, where we're being sensible with our money. But she already wants her own little budget binder. I think she's already half-inched one of the binders that I bought from Budget in Blanks that I've got. I was actually thinking, Sarah, of changing the pink on these actually to purple and making some envelopes. I've made some envelopes that kind of match. And I was thinking of transferring these over to dashboard style with the envelopes and using those in the binders that I got off of Budget in Blank and putting them up as a set with a binder, because I think that would look quite cool. If not, I will think of something else to do with them. But anyway, that is that. And now it's on to, oh, wait, no. I have not done it yet. In my savings challenges, I've got a challenge that I use to do my kids' Christmas and birthday pots on Monzo, but I actually keep forgetting to top it up in their actual envelopes. So I'm going to quickly do that with you, because why not, you know? They've got £100 each, and last month they got £15 each from that challenge. The randomizer is the one that I do. It's a scratch off. So I need to add 15. Now each is £10, so I'll probably colour in one and do a bow in the other. So this is the Christmas, and this is my daughter's, and I'm on green. And I will add the £15 in to these. It's not bad when you think about it, is it? Because we are what? 1/3. We're a third into the year, aren't we? Yeah. So that means that I'm over halfway through their pots, because I'm only planning on doing 200 each for their birthdays and Christmas. So they're already at 115. So we are well on track for making sure the money, they're all towards my son's, like I mentioned, is next year. My daughter and my husband and Christmas obviously is at the end of this year, so I have got plenty of time to be topping these up and getting them all to where I want them to be. Although as of yet, my poor husband has exactly 0 in the pots that I've done for him at the moment, but his time will come, I promise. I don't neglect the man. He's a good man. I'll make sure he gets something, although he's not really that material. He's much better than me, to be fair. As long as he's got his WoW subscription, he's a happy man, and the occasional bar of chocolate. So I don't need to worry too much about him. What I buy him will probably just be stuff that I take the kids down to the shop or whatever, and they'll pick something out for him. So that's 115 into their Christmas binders envelopes, and now their birthday ones. My daughter's favourite colour is pink, so she has pink. So 15 into this one. Have I picked out the right pink? I feel like it is when it dries. We'll see. But it looks a little bit brighter, but that might just be where those ones have dried and this one... Yeah, that one's drying a little bit thingy. That's good. I always wonder, because there's quite a few pinks that I have over there, but a few of them are quite pale and don't really show up, and others are more purpley, and I can never remember which one it is. And then my son. There we go. Onto his one. I absolutely love doing all these. I know that they have the digital pots and that, but I get something out of. I find it therapeutic, and I feel like I've achieved something when I fill these in and put in the placeholders and that, 'cause I can see it. It's a bit more real, isn't it? Look, it's £115. It's not just a number on a screen, and I know it's not notes either, but I like to have it. I like to have something that I can flip through here and just see how well we are doing, and we are doing well. I'm very happy with that. So that is that bit done. And then I think it's the mini budget. So that would be this sheet that I mentioned. So after all our bills and everything, we're quite lucky this month. My husband got a bonus at work, which is amazing, and is going to help us to pay off for the holiday that we are still paying off. We've still got quite a ways to go for paying it off. So this will be a nice chunk this month that we will be paying off towards it. We have to pay by the end of next month, so this has helped greatly, and will hopefully reduce it down enough that we won't need to pilfer too much from pots or pay on credit card or whatever. Right, so after everything, like the fixed bills and the debt and that, we are left with this month £2,105.08, which is a huge amount. I'm very happy with that. Oh, we don't normally have that much left after bills, so that bonus has come in at the perfect time, basically. Excuse me, I'm talking myself into a dry throat, so I'm just going to take a sip of my drink. There we go. Right. Now, what I will probably do is speed you up while I fill in my variable envelopes and come back to you. So, 1 minute. Right, okay, so these are the variable envelopes that we have. So groceries, we're actually cutting down by £10 a week this month. It's a trial thing. I'm going to see how it goes, because we normally do 120 a week. But I really want to do some minis. And Pen Pal on a Budget sent me a huge selection of challenges that she was finished with, so that I can start doing some minis. And I'm going to start from next week. And the money has to come from somewhere. And we're quite comfortable with the groceries. I don't really struggle with what we're using. So I don't see a problem with that. And hopefully at the end of the month, there'll still be enough left in the grocery budget to treat my kids to that takeaway that we try and do for them each month. But that will come to £550 this month. And then travel is another one we do weekly. We do £30 a week, which is £150. Now, household, pets and spending, we just do monthly. And it is £60 we do for household. That covers toilet roll, cleaning products, deodorant, shampoo, conditioner, the usual suspects. Pets is for food and cat litter. Some of that comes from... my son will pay me back out of his PIP at the end of the month to cover his cat's food. But the majority of that is just ours. We say that we charge him for all of it. We do not. But because like we said, when we got the pets, we said to him he had to be responsible for all of it, but he doesn't get a huge amount of money, so I don't want to be too harsh on him, but I still want him to kind of understand that if you commit to something like animals and that, then you do need to make sure you've got the money for them. Right, and spending, we are going for £80 this month, and hopefully that will do. And 0, we hope for unbudgeted. This is a goal that I'm still trying to aim for, and as of yet, not happening. I've been trying this every month. I'm like, no, unbudgeted, and every month something pops up. But I'm refining the process as I go along. I'm adding things that need to be added, so Easter or whatever. And sooner or later, these envelopes will have money in them to cover things that might pop up that we hadn't planned for. So that is great. Now, that is going to come to £900 altogether. And that will leave us with 12,508. Yes. Yeah, that's a nice amount after you've covered those sort of things. Now, the annual subscriptions we know are coming around every year, so I am going to quickly fill in the 4 that we have. Okay, so those are the 4 annual subscriptions that we have, that we pay for. I'm going to put £10 into Prime and £5 into NutriCheck. Now, that one is only £30 a year, and we paid it in February, so I'm thinking another 3 months or so, and we won't need to worry about putting any more into that, and we can allocate it elsewhere. My husband's World of Warcraft subscription literally went out of this paycheck, so if we do £10 per month, by the time next year rolls around, it will be fully funded. And PlayStation is due out. This is my one. I play the PlayStation a lot and use my subscription there. It's £60 a year. So that would be £5 a month, but I do not have it fully funded. It is due next month, and we have, I think, £20 in the pot. So I'm just going to put 40 in that to top it up to make sure that the money is there, and then I can start rolling it and making sure I put that money in. My computer keeps complaining at me. I don't know why it's doing that. Right, that is 65, I think. Yes, it is. That is £65, which out of that money then leaves us with 1140.08. And onto sinking funds and that. This bit's a bit boring this month because, like I said, we are paying for that holiday. It was a bit of a last minute thing. We had something else planned that was a little bit, well, quite a lot cheaper really. But my family is a big family, and we very rarely all get together. And I didn't want to have my kids miss out on the opportunity to spend that time with their cousins, aunts, uncles, and their granddad and that. So we are funneling everything into that right now until that is paid. And this bit should get a bit more interesting in a couple of months' time when it's all done, sort of thing. So I'm actually going to go down and I'm going to do it a bit back to front, because we need to take £250 into next month to cover bills. Things like council tax and that come out at the beginning of the month. And if I totally empty everything out, then it's not going to be there to pay for them. So it might seem a bit of a backwards way of doing it, but I need £250 in the account left over out of that. Right. And then obviously we've got our savings challenges, well, that I am going to be doing, which is a 5. We do this savings challenges. It's £40 a week that I do. There are 5 Saturdays because I do it on a Saturday, well, sometimes a Friday, depending when, excuse me, when time allows. And that would be 200. And then I'm going to start my minis. I'm so happy to do minis because they're much faster paced, aren't they? You get that quick dopamine hit while you're spending time on the longer, bigger ones. I will be doing those on a Wednesday. Now, there are only 4 Wednesdays next month, so I will only need £40 to go in those. And the rest of it is all going into that holiday I mentioned. So I think that should lead £650 and 8 pence to go into that. Right, I'm going to do, what should that come to? Right, there we go. Now, if I have done everything correctly, this should all add up to that. So I'm going to quickly get on my calculator and make sure I've done it all correctly, and I will speed you up through this and see you in a moment. 250. Yes, everything is working out perfectly fine. So I have done well, and that is an amazing amount to be saving in. And whatever we have left, because it has to be all paid by the end of next month, I will just pilfer out of my savings challenges and pay it back the month afterwards, or put it on the credit card, one or the other. So, yes, what I'm going to do now is... No, wrong binder. I have got savings challenges on the brain. I cannot believe that I have so much fun doing these. I need to go into this one. Right, okay, because I want to flip to the back here where I've got myself a little placeholder where I am tracking how much I've paid and how much I still owe. So there is that. Here we go. I don't have any. I've literally just used a little bit of nail varnish remover on a pad here to get rid of it. I don't know if there are better ways of doing it, but that comes off quite easily. My blue pen ran out. I've only got the black, and I have noticed that the black Sharpies they don't come off anywhere near as easily as the blue. So while my blue has run out and I really don't want to spend more money on it, I probably will, just because the blue comes off so easily compared to the black. And blue is my favourite colour, so there we go. Right, okay, so what I need to do here then is I already had 336. Did I say 336? Did I have 336 on here? I don't know. I will correct it later if I did not. So I'll have a look back through in a minute and see what I just rubbed out. It was 330 something. Plus the £650 and 8 pence is £986 and 8 pence. Take that away from the 1344.70, which means that I still owe 358.62. Now we might not be able to pay all of that next month, but we do have the money to pull it from other allocations if need be. So that holiday will be paid for, and then we can start filling up our other pots and everything and paying back. There's another. We've got 2 more debts to pay. One is a car loan, which is we're paying off monthly, and there's also a £600 that we owe to someone that we are going to try and pay off before August as well, and make sure that that is done. So literally the only thing we have to pay will be the car loan, which is a far cry from the amount that we were paying out when I first started cash stuffing. We were paying out, I think, £900 a month on loans and stuff, which was absolutely horrendous, and that was the wake-up call that I needed basically to get a start on all of this. So we've come a long way if by August all we've got left is that car loan, and a car is a big expense to pay out at the end of the day. So I don't mind that we took money out to pay for that. It's a second-hand one. It's not like we went out and got a brand new car that we couldn't afford, and we needed a car, so there was that. But yeah, so that is my mini budget for the month, and yeah, there's not much more I can say about that, is it? Right, now, oh, there's no, that's it. Yep. Okay, my phone was just bleeping at me that I needed to the battery was running down, so I've just attached a charger to it, and we'll carry on. Where was I? Right, we were coming to the cash that I'd drawn out, I do believe. Right, so I've got £40 here to go for spending money. So half of it stays in the bank and I withdraw 40 of it, which is there. My husband has his own spending money that he keeps in his bank, and he does what he wants with that. But this is there. And then I think it was 40 for the minis. I'm going to have to break that up somehow. I will see what I can do with that. And then there should be 200 for the savings challenges. So 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 20, 40, 60, 80, 200. So we have everything that we need there, which I'm going to pop into the back of the savings challenge binder. What I might do is use the notes, £10 notes there for the minis, and try and be sensible with the spending money at £10 a week that I try and put into my purse. Although, thinking about it, I probably need £10 more because it's done on a Saturday again, and there are 5 of them in the month. So I will have to sort that out. Anyway, that can go into the back of here, ready for my savings challenges. Next week, I'm going to go through the binder and condense it down and take some of the money out to go back to the bank, if it needs be, and replace with placeholders. That's the word. Wow. I had a funny 5 minutes there. Words do escape me sometimes. But yeah, anyway, I think that is everything for the week. And that is, well, the week, I say the week, that's everything for this video. I will be back on Saturday doing my savings challenges and topping up my envelopes in here. I will do all of them this week because it's the end of the month, so I will be topping up all 5 of my variables that need topping up, that does it with the monthlies. Anyway, if you have enjoyed watching this, thank you very much for sticking to the end with me. Please like, comment, share, subscribe. Any or all of the above is always greatly appreciated. Wow. I've been talking for too long, that's what that is. But anyway, right, love to you all, enjoy the rest of your week, and I will see you Saturday. Goodbye.